Hello, everyone. I am checking in uh, uh, between a series of videos because as I look at my channel, it's the R5 Life with Lito. I'm Lito II, the R5 of the Landsrad on server 1964 in Evany, the King's Return. I noticed that there is a long stream of just game footage, and I like to break it up with some personal connection, because while we're on the screen, you can't see me. And I think it's nice and refreshing to connect face to face in between. Getting to know each other a lot more. I so appreciate you all, the company that you give me, the support that you so freely pour out for me and everybody within the Landsrad and our server, the High Council and beyond. Just want to kind of do a little bit of personal touching base. A little bit of game stuff, but kind of just learn a little bit about me, if you care to, because I'd like to think that this is possibly something that can grow into something that is going to help me provide for my family. Long way away, but I want to put that idea out there because I might need help, some pointers and tips and stuff. But I'm a high school teacher, a high school English teacher, although I haven't been in the classroom since April. I had an episode, if you will, an accident at work in April, and I collapsed in the classroom. And it was what the first doctor I met mentioned it was a seizure, by the way that I had described it. It felt like a heat stroke to me. That's what I could relate it to. Anyways, I won't go into detail, but it seemed to be after that particular moment, it was sort of this keystone or the fulcrum in which my life was tipping in different directions, health-wise, and my health took a toll over the course of a few years as I taught, because it's very demanding, and our school is a specialty school, so I was the main honcho for 10th grade English, and Texas puts a huge premium on standardized tests, and I needed to prepare my students, or else face the wrath of the state. And I never worried about that too much, but when there's something to do, when there is a task to be completed, I go for it with reckless abandon, and often forget, neglect, and disregard my own person. And I did that for about 3 years, and I was happy, but it seemed that my body physically, decided, Lito, that's not my name, but I'm just gonna keep calling myself Lito, I gotta stop. You can't do this anymore, because I don't even know how I got here. So I collapsed, gone through the doctors and stuff like that, and I've been struggling with normal stuff that I used to be very good at, be comfortable with, and it's kind of what led me to Evany, and I'm grateful, but I'm scared because I don't know if I'll be able to do what I love to do, which is teach in the classroom. Okay, that's a conversation later on. But I wanted you to know that, because it's who I am. I'm an open book. I'm very careful with when I share and how much I share, because some people aren't prepared or equipped, might not understand, or might not want to hear it. Let me play. Lito, stop talking about this shit. And that's cool too. It's not like I've got to push this on anybody, but it is something I am so willing to talk about. I got no qualms about it. I really don't get embarrassed. I embarrass myself all the time, but it's usually people who are embarrassed for me. But yeah, real quick, I don't want to go on too much longer in this interaction, this face-to-face with Lito II. I've gone to a movement disorder specialist, kind of down the list of doctors, because I have, in what fluctuates, uncontrollable movements. It's affected my ability to articulate and speak smoothly, if you will. And there are times where I find it very difficult to put thoughts into words. It's much easier for me to write and type. Things flow a little bit better because part of my brain is out of the way. And I don't know, maybe you've noticed, as I communicate with y'all, things are pretty clear, but as I talk about the game and speak to you like this, it's a little bit strained. Hang in there with me, because I love conversations. I love it, and it makes me feel like you're here with me, and I've needed that. All right, I love my solitude, but I can love it so much that I don't realize I'm lonely, and I struggle with that. So these movements uncontrollably might get worse depending on how little I sleep. If you notice me on Ebony a lot, it's because I have chronic, meaning all the time, insomnia. I am an insomniac. And that is the inability to sleep. I can fall asleep, and I do sleep, but my sleep, when it happens, is not restful. I have nightmares every night, and it's not like crazy monsters chasing me and stuff. It's just an intense, lucid, vivid dream, nightmare, struggle that keeps my body and my brain going and engaged all night. And I act it out with mannerisms, conversation, and sometimes paralysis. I remember one time where I was laying in bed and I was looking at my wife. My eyes were open and I was looking at her, but I was dreaming on another level. And from the dream, I was screaming at her to wake me up. But the words would not come out. I could not get the sound out. And it was like this pain inside me. And that happens regularly. And it's not like I'm afraid to sleep. It's just I can't shut off. So I stay awake. And I stay engaged in things. Right now, I am on a 3-day bender. I like that term, bender. That has to do with, drinking and partying or going crazy. My 3-day bender is I've not slept in 3 days. So if you see me moving around a little bit more, that's why. It gets a little bit more intense. But I do better when I'm sitting and at rest. Heaven forbid you see me walk around. I got to be careful. Don't feel bad for me or anything like that, Don't be impressed or whatever. I'm not trying to win any contests here or do a Guinness Book of World Records. It's just what I've been living with, and it's not really conducive to a professional career with a set schedule like teaching and it breaks my heart, but we will see. We will see and know what to do when we cross that bridge. But I'd like to think I've got somewhat of a personality, a panache, a vibe, and a presence to maybe connect with an online community and make something of this. Still teach in a sense, but about games. Specifically Evany. Play Evany for a long time. Okay, so let's stick with that. I'd like to know what you think about that. I'd like it, if you want, I'm not pushing anybody, to start liking and clicking more and commenting and interacting somewhat there just to get some traffic and life into this channel. Be cool, and I'd really appreciate it. But if you don't and you just watch, that's awesome. I love it. That's what I hope, and I hope you enjoy it, maybe laugh a little bit, and learn something. 'Cause that's how I like to spend time with people. Learning from them. It's the best thing about being a teacher, learning more. And also passing on some of the knowledge, experience, and stuff that I've learned too. All right? I'm going to leave it at that right now, as far as what I've got going on. Let you in. Maybe later on we can talk about something else that I live with, manage, cope, embrace, use as a strength, if you will, over years of practice and years of good therapy and regiment, since I was 12. I turned 43 last month, and I thought about it. Wow, 30 years of my life I've known about this condition, and it's taken me down some roads, what a funny word, roads. It's from a movie. I'm gonna throw movie quotes at you all the time. We're at 12 and a half minutes. I went on a long time. I hope this was cool, because it felt good to talk about. It feels good to see you. I'm excited to get into today's videos. And hoping to hear about what you've discovered, what you've learned, and what else you want to see. I'm Lito II, the R5 of the Landsrad, on server 1964 in Evany, the King's Return. Farewell, my fellow Landsradians, the High Council, and to all of those beyond. I love y'all. Peace.